I have a feeling this could almost become like a daily thing now, with the WWE potentially being on sale, potentially going up for sale, I should say. Now we've got, Tony Khan might be interested. Like, ooh. Now, I've also read that Triple H, Stephanie, and I believe Nick Khan, which is the WWE Khan, are not in favor of selling. And I was like, oh, I can just picture it now. The WWE does end up going through the process, and it's like, and it does say Khan on the contract, but it's not Nick Khan, it's Tony Khan, giving to the rise of AEWWE. From my standpoint, that's like the best way to do it. All Elite World Wrestling Entertainment. Do I picture it happening? No. Is it neat that it could happen? Yeah. I mean, Tony Khan already has AEW and ROH. I mean, if it's like, well, is the company for sale? Oh, can I buy it? I mean, very much too, Tony Khan could buy it and be like, all right, here's what we're going to do. What? When do you guys run shows? Well, we're Monday, Tuesday. We're Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Could we move SmackDown? What? Could we move SmackDown? Does SmackDown have to be on Friday night? Like, or just be like, here's what we're gonna do. What? We'll just make sure that when SmackDown is ending, we add a bit to say, be sure to tune in to Rampage on on another network. It's like, I mean, that could be kind of cool. You could have Monday Night Raw, Tuesday night NXT, Wednesday night Dynamite, Thursday night, I think that's Impact. Is that still a thing? Or it could be like Thursday night SmackDown, and then Friday night, Rampage. I can do pay-per-views. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We'll take Saturdays, and we'll never run against each other. Think of the WrestleMania matches you could have. And with AEW or with other companies, you could legitimately have at a WrestleMania, you could have, I'm just throwing out names here, you could do Roman Reigns versus Kenny Omega versus would you want to see the Rainmaker? I think the Rainmaker would have an amazing WrestleMania entrance. Or you could do, if you want to do a super workhorse match, you could very much be like, all right, we're gonna have Seth Rollins, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay. Just go. Let's have them go. Just be like, what are the rules? I don't care. Just go. Here's 40 minutes. Triple threat this stuff. Just do the stuff you guys always have wanted to do. You could have the undisputed, tag champs, the Usos, defending their belts against, FTR doesn't have 9 titles now. But when FTR had all those belts, could you imagine the match for every tag team championship? Practically, exception of women's divisions. It would have been an amazing match. But, it's one of those things where, it's a cool, would it be neat if? Sure. I could very much picture Tony Khan being like, here's what we're going to do. Yeah. Vince? Yeah. I don't want you involved in the process anymore. Okay. I think I could work with Triple H. Triple H and Tony could, given the talent depth they have across all of their shows, could be like, we're not using you on Dark or in Dark Elevation. Would you like to do some stuff for NXT or NXT Level Up? I mean, there would be so many opportunities. Like, I don't want to work for this company. Okay, we will loan you out to other companies. Oh. Triple H using AEW's more relaxed standards of independent contractors. Be like, okay, I want to work some other shows. Okay, now under the AEW auspice of this is how we do independent contractors, maybe they could. Or maybe this was all a massive ploy by Tony Khan. This is why Cody Rhodes left after being EVP in AEW, was to show up there and start sowing the seeds for having WWE purchased by AEW. It's all been this massive ruse. Not since Vince Russo, who was still under contract with Vince McMahon, was sent over to WCW to destroy Eric Bischoff, and we have this level of just crazy conspiracy theoriness that has the most tenuous grasps and straws that connect everything together. Or this could just be one of those really cool things, like, hey, it's a possibility. What's the probability? It's like 5%. So you're saying there's a chance. It's probably never going to happen, but I mean, you know, somebody might have called up Tony Khan like, hey, Vince is looking to sell. Would you like to buy? And he probably went, look at the numbers. Could make sense. Could be kind of cool. I mean, it would allow them to have this really unique viewpoint of like, okay. Look at the roster and go, who is fine running the E style? Hands come up. Okay. Who would like to do the more aggressive style at AEW? You guys might go up. Maybe, again, saying they combine all the rosters. Maybe we get to do a Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kenny Omega at an AEW show. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe AEW does an invasion angle, and we get to see how well MJF could cut a promo having to use the shackles of a PG style. You know, we could see the unholy alliance of The Miz and MJF. I'm just throwing out ideas here. I mean, there could be some really cool, interesting things if this were to happen, and it probably never will. But it's one of those like, oh, this could happen. Okay, let's stir the pot and see what boils up. Maybe Santina Morella would come back and work for the E and work a match against Orange Cassidy. I mean, why not? Just throwing it out there. If that's all wrestling it is now. It's like, well, what if this crazy thing happens? What if it does? Let's throw all these weird, wacky, crazy ideas and be like, well, it didn't happen. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Think of the tape library they'd have all of a sudden. You could almost have the complete Samoa Joe. Just need to buy TNA for their tape library. You already have ROH. You'd have the NXT library, the WWE library. You get the TNA stuff, and you have his time in AEW. You would have the complete Samoa Joe. Maybe that's what Tony Khan's going for. Maybe he wants to have the entire library of Samoa Joe matches. You could reform the Shield. You could have a cross-brand Shield. Oh. Imagine the Shield with Jon Moxley as Jon Moxley. Not Dean Ambrose, just as Jon Moxley. Oh. Now you can have the Shield as the Trios champions. Oh, Shield Death Triangle. Shield the Elite. Oh, there's so many awesome things that come from this. Oh, Tony, come on. You probably have the money sitting somewhere like in like couch cushions. You know, your dad's loaded. He buys sports franchises because, you know, he's tired. This could be an amazing time for wrestling fans. All the crazy fantasy booking stuff we've done could all happen. Tony, you're a fan. You know this. You know this, Tony. You know there's some crazy matchup that could happen in front of like 70,000 rabid fans who would love to see just a little bit of blood in the match. Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. And you've got a lot of smaller guys. Let's go super crazy. Here we go. Death Triangle Brock Lesnar. They're small guys, they're light. Brock won't get blown up. Kenny Omega Brock Lesnar. Kenny Omega Roman Reigns. I already said Kenny Omega Seth Rollins. Think of the insane matches you could have. Or just go really crazy. Brock Lesnar Orange Cassidy. Tell me you wouldn't tune in to either a premium live event or an actual pay-per-view to watch that. Just throwing that out there. Just close your eyes, picture it, salivate, let it marinate in your dome, and then realize you'd probably pay money for that, just to watch Brock no-sell and then just wreck house on him. Will it happen? Probably not. Is it cool to discuss? Sure. It's the internet. That's what it's there for.